Hey guys, Ken Smith Fishing. So this is actually a boat review that we did a little bit of fishing in, and I've not had a chance to do the boat review. So I carved the fishing out of it to give you guys a Rayburn report. So the footage you're watching here is the boat we're going to look at. It's this boat right here. So this is a Puma STS, which is a soft touch series. This is the boat. This is the new design that came out just this year. You saw me in it at the boat dealer meeting, and it's a wider bodied Puma. So it has dimensions much more similar to the Lynx. So I've been really wanting to get in this boat. I finally got into Mark Martin's boat. Mark is one of the owners of Rambo Outdoors, which I believe they have a store in Orange and in Beaumont. And so that's what we're going to look at today, is actually the fishing footage. It's going to take me a while to edit this up. It takes a while to do a boat review, so I'll have boat review footage up for y'all probably early next week. So let's go to some fishing. A long way. That one fell and fell and fell some more and fell.
Kept falling.
When it's 7 feet deep and your bait falls 10 feet, something's going down there.
Yeah.
I told y'all there was flipping grass on Rayburn. There he is. That little 3/0 hook sticks them through the side of the jaw, and brother, they are stuck. Golly.
No more. He didn't have it off.
All right, so I left that little bit of footage in there because I have a theory on this, and it didn't prove out this one time, but my experience has been, I like flipping a big worm in the grass, and you saw that's what Mark started out doing. My experience has been when they bite a bait off short. Now sometimes it's just a little fish, but I also, you gonna sneak around here and get in the video? Come here. I also believe that you've flipped it into a school of fish, and more often than not, you'll get another bite when you flip it right back in there. And my theory on that is that when there's several fish down there competing over that bait, they just grab it as quick as they can, and they don't grab it. You know, if you've ever seen a picture of a fish in an aquarium or in the lake, they grab something, they'll hold it for a second, then they'll suck it in the rest of the way, and they'll finish it, and then they crush it, and then they swallow it. I think what happens when they're competing is first fish can get to it, gets to it, and he grabs it, and he's going to go somewhere where he can do that second and third part of that eat. And I personally think that's what happens a lot of times with that big worm. If he could have let that fish have it for a second, he would have caught him, but that's hard to do in the grass, which is again why I go back to that smaller prawn. Once they bite that prawn, 99% of the time they've got that whole prawn in their mouth, and you can go ahead and pop them. So I left that a little bit of footage in there just to give you my theory on that.
And I had that solo 150 over here 3 weeks ago now, and I guess 3 or 4 weeks ago, but it was a week and a half after the solo. James seen him. He's still carrying a chainsaw around in his boat. Right. James like, what the hell is a chainsaw doing in here? He's like, oh, that's kind of fish. Nope, not here. He said, just haven't taken it out yet.
Oh, I love doing that, man.
3.5 pound drop.
You know, every boat review I've ever done gets colored when I catch fish out of it to the better, so it's getting colored better. That one smoked that prawn. That's that nerve. Yes, I'm hawking baits. I'll freely admit I'm hawking baits right there. Dadgummit, sprung that little hook. I never understood fishing out there championship. And I had always thought I was pretty good at fish shallow. Oh gosh, it's so shallow. Because you can't carry. Oh, a little better one.
Big head, small body. It's just now
It's
getting
healthy though.
Yeah, it's just now getting back to the healthy stage. That fish was as thick as a piece of paper probably.
Yeah, he's just
A
now
month ago.
just now getting chubby.
Real thin. Look at them basically, they blow out.
In the back, yeah, I think I laid them back on the top of that box back there. Got a big sore on him, but it's a solid fish.
Yeah. I don't know if 5 of them would get you a check in that tournament right now.
Yeah, 16 pounds and be going, God, we missed the check by 3.5 pounds. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. What I had been hearing was that you could catch 15 to 17, maybe on the upper end, 18 pounds flipping the grass. And I got to tell you, that's kind of what I would have expected based upon the way our day went. Now, we were on the water for probably 4 hours, but most of that time was running and looking. I started thinking back through how much we fished. We fished the back of one drain in Veach. We fished about a 70-yard stretch. Now, by the way, neither one of us have been grass flipping, but we did go to where they historically have been. As a matter of fact, you probably heard me say, isn't it crazy, these fish are in the same spot they were 2 years ago. So we fished the back of a drain where the grass kind of peters out, the deepest part right where that grass in that drain is the deepest. We ran around a corner. We fished another little stretch of bank, probably 75 yards of bank. I don't get bit on the back side of it. I don't get that bit out closer to the main lake. There's just that one little stretch. And then we ran down to Five Fingers and we fished a little stretch that Mark kind of has the same thing. He's got a couple of spots where the grass has some irregular lines to it and he gets bit through there. And I think counting, doing the editing on this video, I think we had 10 or 11 bites. And that's all you saw right there. And so probably, there's no way we fished an hour and a half. We might, maybe an hour and a half. Maybe we fished an hour and a half to get 9 or 10 or 11 bites flipping. It's pretty salty there. I missed a fish badly that I didn't show you guys. I did the same thing I did on that first fish. I flipped in there and we're talking. And by the way, I really enjoyed fishing with Mark. It's fun to be around a guy. We've been around each other for years, but we've never known each other at all. But we're roughly the same age. We got a lot of the same experiences, and y'all could tell from the footage, we're just chit-chatting all day long about stuff other than the boat review, just kind of about life and fishing and hunting and kids. And I had a great time fishing with Mark. I will fish with Mark again. And I've made a bunch of good friends doing these boat reviews. But I pitched that bait in there and we're talking. And it's kind of one of those, we're talking And I'm like, that bait's been sinking a really long time, and the fish has done gotten it from the grass and come onto the boat, and by the time I reeled down and set the hook, the fish is completely under the boat, and I didn't get a hook in the fish. I thought I had to pull all the slack out, and I hadn't. Tournament day, that probably is a fish that gets caught, maybe not, but and then you saw Mark, which you've heard my comment during the video, Mark had a fish to bite a worm off. So anyway, that's the video. I've got an old Triton 10 boat review at 2014 that's coming up. We got more fishing. We got out with Brian Branham and Jim Jones, aka Bumblebee Man, and then we got the Puma STS soft touch review, which will also grade that boat out as well. So a lot more fishing coming, and then we got golf footage as well. If you haven't checked any of that out, there's a video right there on golf footage about me trying to get in shape before I turn 60 and hit the ball further. So thanks for tuning in, guys. See you guys real soon.